Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Today is Thursday, March 10th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. A 52-year-old school teacher accused of sexually abusing a schoolgirl for 8 years has been arrested in Nakhon Sawan province. Police arrested Nimit Kompranit outside a restaurant in the province's Muang district on Wednesday morning, according to local police, the commander of the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Division. Mr. Nimit, a physical education teacher at a school in Kangpeng Pret province, was wanted on an arrest warrant issued by the criminal court back on February 26 for depriving a child under 15 years of parental care for obscene purposes. He was charged with sexually abusing a child of 15 years or less who was not his wife and other related charges. The victim, who is now 21 years old, filed a complaint with police after Mr. Nimit used footage of sexual acts to blackmail her, according to police. Police say that Mr. Nimit, who taught physical education at the same school, offered to help take care of her and her grandmother when she was a little girl. He told the girl to call him father. After gaining her trust, he lured her into his house where he sexually abused her and took videos of the acts. He told her not to tell others, using the footage to blackmail the student. He had sexually abused her for almost 8 years. Once she became pregnant, he took her for an abortion, according to police. The victim finally decided to tell her relatives about Mr. Nimit earlier this year, and they later filed a complaint with police. Phuket officials have opened a call center to help tourists from Ukraine and Russia unable to return home because of flight cancellations and economic sanctions imposed over the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Flight cancellations and sanctions levied on Russia have already seriously affected the flow of tourists to Phuket, which welcomed as many as 56,000 tourists since the start of the Test and Go scheme to enter the country on November 1st of last year. The center will be open from 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. until March 22, the number for which is on your screen. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Quality guaranteed since 2012. Call M Painting today. The cabinet agreed to ease tax regimes on Tuesday for investments in digital assets in a move to promote the digital economy. According to a government spokesman, the cabinet approved 2 royal decrees, one regarding the financial ministry to waive the 7% value-added tax or VAT on cryptocurrency transactions, and another about the Bank of Thailand to waive VAT on the transfer of digital currency to be issued by the Bank of Thailand as part of its test of retail central bank digital currency. The measures take effect 1 month after the cabinet's approval or until December 31st, 2023. The cabinet also, yesterday, approved the Finance Ministry regulation that allows investors who trade in digital assets to only pay tax based on their net profit. They are allowed to deduct their losses before paying tax on the net profit. Currently, profits earned from cryptocurrency trading, Bitcoin mining, and the dividends or interest gained from investment in cryptocurrencies are subject to a 15% withholding tax per transaction. Digital assets have rapidly gained momentum in Thailand over the past couple of years, with the number of users jumping to 1.98 million at the end of 2021, up from just 170,000 Thailand-wide in 2018. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The Russia-Ukraine conflict is estimated to inflict 244 billion baht worth of damage to the Thai economy, dragging GDP growth to only 2 to 3% this year if it's extended for the entire year, according to the latest study by the University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, the UTCC. The president of the UTCC said, quote, "The Thai economy is highly unlikely to grow at a rate of 2 to 3%, with inflation staying at 5% this year if the Russia-Ukraine conflict is prolonged throughout this year." According to Mr. Tabanat, the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict on the global economy is expected to persist for 1 to 3 years, and it remains difficult to predict the situation. According to Mr. Tabanat, every $1 increase in oil price per barrel will raise domestic retail oil prices by 25 satang per liter and lower the Thai GDP by 0.3 to 0.4 percentage points. Sanan Anggobokul, the chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, said a sharp rise in global oil prices in light of the Russia-Ukraine conflict may weaken Thailand's economic growth prospects, so the government desperately needs to prepare additional measures, on top of a recent cut in the excise tax on diesel and bunker oil used to generate electricity by the Electricity Generating Authority of Thailand to zero in a bid to lower electricity bills for 6 months to cope with the impact of oil prices, which are expected to stay at a hefty rate for the entire year. The news comes as the Airlines Association of Thailand, the AAT, is urging the government to let them add a fuel surcharge onto tickets for domestic flights as the Russia-Ukraine conflict continues to push up oil prices. As oil prices surged by 40 to 50% from last year, airlines want to add the fuel surcharge onto domestic tickets to reduce the impact of such high volatility. For more, visit the link in the description. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow on Friday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.